through the answers to the math swatch questions that you were set. Question 1 has asked us to find the area of the rectangle. So starting with part A, we need to first write out the equation to find the area of a rectangle, and that is area equals length times width. So area is equal to 8 times 3, which is equal to 24 centimeters squared. Now part B, again we are writing out the equation to find the area of a rectangle. So that's area equals length times width. Area is equal to 5.2 times 7.7, and for this you can use a calculator. So that's 5.2 times 7.7, which is equal to 40.04 centimeters squared. And remember, the unit for area is always the unit that you have for your lengths and widths squared. So in this case they're both centimeters, so we have centimeters squared. Now moving on to question 2, the question has asked us to find the area of the rectangle and to give the units as well. So area of a rectangle is equal to length times width. So the area is equal to 12 times 4, which is equal to 48. Again, remember your units, they are both centimeters for length and width. So we've got 48 centimeter squared, and that is our final answer. Moving on to question 3 now, we have a triangle and we are asked to find the area of a triangle. The first thing we are going to do is write out the equation to find this area. That is area equals base times height divided by 2. Remember, we are dividing it by 2 because the area of a triangle is exactly half the area of a rectangle. So our base is 18 centimeters and our height is 11 centimeters. To find your height, it is from the base all the way to the highest point of that triangle, which is 11 centimeters. So it will not be 14 centimeters, it's 11 centimeters because the height is from the base all the way to the highest point of that triangle. So finding the area now, area of this triangle is equal to base, which is 18, times height, which is 11, divided by 2, which will give you an answer of 99 centimeter squared. Now question 4, we have 2 parts. The first part has asked us to show which triangle has the largest area, and that will be triangle C. Now for part B, it has asked us to work out the area of that triangle and to give our answer as a decimal. So the area of a triangle is equal to base times height divided by 2. The base is 1, 2, 3 centimeters. The height is from the base to the highest point of that triangle, so we can use this outside. So that's 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter, 3 centimeters. That is the same. Those 2 red lines are the same. So that's 3 times 3 for the height divided by 2, and that area will be 4.5 centimeters squared. Again, remember our length, our base and our height is centimeters because it is drawn on a centimeter grid, and our unit is centimeters squared for area. Moving on to question 5 now. Again, there's 2 parts. The first part, we are asked to find the area of shape P. Shape P is a triangle, so we are going to write out the equation to find the area of a triangle, which is equal to base times height divided by 2. So the base is 4 centimeters, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 centimeters. The height is from the base to the highest point of the triangle, but in this case, because the triangle is drawn the other way, it's from the base to the lowest point of the triangle. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 centimeters. Divide that by 2, and that will give you an answer of 12 centimeters squared, and that is your area. So now for part B, the question has asked us to write out the mathematical name for quadrilateral Q, and that is a kite. Moving on to question 6 now. We have a triangle and we need to find the area of that triangle, and we need to also give the units. Equation to find the area of a triangle is equal to base times height divided by 2. So this is a right angle triangle, so let's draw it out the way that we usually see a right angle triangle. And there's your right angle. This will just be a bit easier to see what is your height and what is your base. So this 6 centimeters is your base, and that 6 centimeter is your height. So we've just rotated it to have it in this way. So now we can see our base is 6 and our height is also 6. So just putting that into the equation, that's 6 times 6 divided by 2, which will give you an answer of 18 centimeters squared. Remember, your units for area is always the unit that you have for your base and your height and squared. Now moving on to question 7. The question has asked us to find the area of the triangle, and we are giving our answer to 1 decimal place. So we need to write out the equation to find the area of a triangle. So that's area is equal to base times height divided by 2. The base is 4.6 centimeters. The height is from the base to the highest point of the triangle. But if the triangle was drawn the other way, it would be from the base to the lowest point of the triangle. And in this case, it is 2.5 centimeters. So our area is equal to 4.6, which is our base, times 2.5, which is our height. Divide that by 2. So putting that into your equation, putting that into your calculator, 4.6 times 2.5 divided by 2, that will give you an answer of 5.75. But because the question has asked us to give our answer to 1 decimal place, that will be, your final answer will be 5.8 centimeters squared. That is your final answer. Now moving on to question 8, we have a rectangle. We are given the area, which is 93.6 centimeters squared. And we are asked to find the width. So we start off by writing the equation to find the area of a rectangle. So area is equal to length times width. We have the area and we have the length, so let's put that into the equation. That's 93.6 is equal to the length, which is 13, and the width we don't know, so we are going to leave it as W. So we are going to solve this equation by using inverse operations. On the right hand side, we have multiplication. The inverse of multiplication is division, so we are going to divide both sides by 13. So dividing both sides by 13. 93.6 divided by 13 is 7.2, and that is equal to W. So our width for that rectangle is equal to 7.2 centimeters. To check that this is your correct answer, you can just work backwards using the answer that you have for width and length. So that'll be 13 times 7.2 to find the area, and on your calculator, the answer you should have is the 93.6, and that is the area that you are given. So that is the correct answer.